Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Devil May Cry 5. And we're rocking Dante still. Like, comment, subscribe.
It's Mr. Fun Guy.
Looks like I overslept. Time for a warm-up.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is gonna be good. So we are now using the Sparda sword.
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, this thing is pretty beastly. It's like, before when I was playing as Nero and V, I felt kind of like, oh, there's these creatures coming after me, but now it's just like, come get some.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, you guys think you have a chance against me?
It's like,
Whatever.
yeah, no. Oh, man. Okay, I'm getting a little carried away there.
Yeah, that looks pretty awesome.
I know, right? B rank. And also, for a little nostalgia purpose for me, guys, I believe we're listening to the Devil May Cry 2 soundtrack for Dante.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because V had a Devil May Cry 1 song, and Nero, we switched to Devil May Cry 4. So with Dante, he's rocking DMC 2.
So why didn't Dante always have this sword then? Or he gave it to one of the... He gave it to Trish?
He gave it to Trish. Yep.
Because he needed to protect her, maybe, or...
She can protect herself.
But then why did he give her the better sword then? Because it feels like this sword is unbreakable, whereas the other one he had, like, broke easily. Or not easily, but...
It took another demon to break it, but just based on... I went back and I was reading about Rebellion and Alistar and some of the other swords that Dante's had over the years. Apparently the only way that Rebellion could break is by the blood of another, like, Sparda brother. Or something like that, because he's fought demons with no problem using his sword for 20-something years.
The only way it could break is by another Sparda brother.
According to Capcom, yeah. The only way for the swords Yamato and Rebellion to really be destroyed is by either fighting one another, or, you know...
But he wasn't fighting another Sparda brother.
I know, he was fighting, like, this weird demon beast thing. Also, another thing, whenever, like, the sword Sparda has fought, like, a demon king, like Mundus or whatever, it always wins. So the fact that that demon was able to easily shrug off the Sparda means something's going on that's different than the other DMC games.
I am so confused what is going on. I can't even figure it out.
It has to be Virgil somehow, but V is also Virgil, which...
What? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Does he keep switching places? I don't understand.
Maybe he's doing, like, the Kingdom Hearts time travel stuff. Like, there's a universe where Virgil was full-blown demon. Yes!
I don't understand.
And then there's a universe where he's a weak human.
I don't understand how either one of them can be Virgil. Neither of them look like Virgil at all. It doesn't make.
They don't even sound like the Time Force Red Ranger either.
I don't know. I can't believe that those people are. I can't believe that either one of those people are Virgil.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Oh.
Maybe V, but the Demon King person? No way. Why would he become a Demon King? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I hope they explain it because I'm so curious about what the, you know.
I think Virgil would be trapped in like a little prison or something down there.
Not after Mundus was destroyed. He would have been freed if he survived his fight with Dante, but...
I don't understand what Mundus is.
I'm not a fan of ruins. Like my city's lively.
You visit a lot of dead cities in your games, Dante.
He doesn't like ruins.
Yeah, he doesn't. He prefers, you know, his cities to be lively.
I see. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. For me, I think I really like... I don't know. Devil May Cry is cool because of his outfits and, you know, Dante's character and stuff, but for me, like, I really like fighting on the side of good. I can't tell if Dante's good or not, because he's, like...
He's a good guy.
With all these girls, and, like, he's part demon. I just find him, like... I feel like he's the anti-hero. I kind of like... I kind of like the Belmonts better, no offense.
Oh, no,
I
problem.
would rather see a game that was in this style, but it was Castlevania character.
You hear that, Konami? Do it!
I want this style, but I want it to be Castlevania.
Capcom stepped it up by bringing back Devil May Cry. Where's Castlevania? Where's Castlevania, Konami?
Yes.
I'm not trying to be mean to Dante, it's just that he needs to be, like...
Well, Dante was supposed to be, like, the hip new version of, Capcom's answer to Castlevania, but with a twist. They were like, we're gonna combine stuff from Dante's Inferno, Castlevania, and our beat-em-up formula, and make something new, like a new hack-and-slash game.
I think that's why I really wanted to see, you know, more, you know, Devil May Cry, but then seeing it, it's like, I like Castlevania. I love Castlevania. Well, the original storyline and stuff like that, and the music.
Yeah, the Lords of Shadow remake was
just,
meh.
They keep, like, messing Castlevania up to the point where if it was the modern story, then I would rather just throw it in the trash than buy it, because...
Well, the problem with Vania was the story got so tangled and convoluted that it was kind of like... all the stuff people wanted to see, like the war where Dracula gets trapped inside of the Eclipse, and some of the other games, they kept adding either prequels or sequel games that had nothing to do with the Belmonts. Blue Orb Fragment.
Any kind of, like... If you work on any kind of person that works on the side of good and they're fighting against evil, that would be fine with me. Like a Van Helsing game or any character that's similar to that is fine. But yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm sure the Castlevania story is really complex that I'm not even aware of.
Well, Dante, he's a good guy. It's just he's kind of like a hero for hire. Like he only will.
He's like Han.
Yep.
And that's why I was always a fan of Luke, because Han...
Oh my gosh!
What?
Double S rank!
Whoa, is that even possible?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
6 skills. Oh, this is a blast. Oh my gosh,
hey,
Dante, where have you been?
That with Nero.
No, I didn't. I don't even think I got any S rank with Nero.
Wow, you really like playing as Dante.
Well, especially with the... I love the Devil May Cry 2 soundtrack, so this is just, like, really making me play better, feel better, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this soundtrack sounds a lot better than the original one.
You want to know what I'm happy about, too? Is it still sounds good. Like, this is a 2019 game. We're listening to essentially a soundtrack now from, like, 2004, and it still sounds epic. I mean, not right now. Just what people don't understand is those themes that you hear when you fight, those are the battle themes, and the boss battles are still the same. Like, whatever the Devil May Cry 5 music was for boss battles, that's going to remain the same no matter what character you play as. But you have the option to celebrate all the different DMC games, 1, 2, 3, and 4, from selected... What? What is that question mark? Selected soundtracks. Ooh!
Kalina on.
That is one of Lady's weapons from her late mother. Fires an array of powerful shells. We have a bazooka!
We have Lady's weapon. Isn't Lady gonna want that back?
I'll bring it back to her.
Okay.
But right now, Dante has a RPG.
You're gonna bring it back after you use it.
Oh, yes. Ooh, daddy-like. I don't remember him using bazookas, though.
Well, I mean, I like the, first, I don't know, as far as I remember, I like the music for Castlevania, and I like the, original story, but I feel like the story got really complex. Unnecessarily. I wish Castlevania would have been more like a Link and Zelda story, where it was, every generation had to fight Dracula. I don't like all this weird complexities, the
Belmonts can't fight anymore, so this group's gonna fight.
I think it's stupid. I think that it should be a whole generations of Belmonts that keep fighting Dracula, and I think keep it simple, is fine with me. You can make better story, because what you do is you take the same story that's basic, but then you add, drama with, you add a love story in there. That makes it very dramatic.
There was a Castlevania game that had a love story.
I think they all should have one. They should have added one in for every single one of them.
There was one in Castlevania 3. Kind of.
I'll just have to go write my own story, make my own game, and compose the music for it.
Well, you also like Castlevania because the music was composed by females. The people who made Castlevania music, even though they were credited as men,
I actually liked
they're actually female composers.
Some of my favorite music I didn't really get to play a lot of video games when I was little, I heard my brothers play them, and whenever they were playing Castlevania, I'd be like, what is that? And they're like, it's Castlevania. And I was like, okay. And they're just like, I don't know. I mean, it looks super hard, so I wasn't allowed to play it, but...
Uh-oh, Demon Gate.
Whoa.
Alright, this guy looks like he means the business.
Yeah. He does. He's very purpley.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, the graphics in this look really cool.
The fact that blood literally comes out of his scythe and then he summons those, like, Grim Reaper characters?
It's really
That's pretty hardcore.
Like, the way that
Demon Horde Commander.
The way that they do this is so creative and hardcore. It's like if a game, if the word hardcore became a game, it would be this game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I love Castlevania music. I also loved Mega Man music, and you know, a lot of the game. And Final Fantasy music was actually pretty cool. NES Final Fantasy.
I don't know.
Music.
I've kind of caught the M-rated like bug because there's actually a cool samurai game coming out on March. It's either 23rd or 22nd for the PS4. And I don't think Tony can get it for us because I didn't ask for it. But
yeah,
I think I want to get it. And I want to do like a companion series like while Devil May Cry is still going on because we're half done with it.
Yeah.
But I would really like to invest in either doing that as a solo series or playing it with you because I saw some stuff about the game and it's like, think Devil May Cry, but it takes place in ancient Japan and it's like really cool.
Cool.
I don't know if he's fighting like spirits or people or whatever, but it looks pretty cool. And I love feudal Japan storytelling with like,
yeah, definitely.
You know, all that stuff.
Seems like the fastest route.
And I think he plays a ninja or a samurai or something.
Oh.
It's called like Shiriko or something.
Wow.
Because there's really not a lot of games coming out, like, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I mean,
collapse.
yeah, that sounds really cool.
What a headache.
I'll show you the trailer after this.
Oh, looks like something is gonna happen here.
Yeah, well, whenever that gate thing shows up, then you know.
Oh,
Ow.
oh, I mean, yeah. What I was gonna say was that basically, like, I didn't really like Castlevania music because it was a girl composer.
You didn't know for a long time.
I loved Castlevania music, and I always used to say, like, well, okay, fine. Like when I was in my music class when I was in like 4th grade, they showed like all these composers, and they were all guys, and then there was one woman composer, and I thought, oh my gosh.
Oops.
So basically it's 1 in a million chance if you write music that you could do it if you're a girl. Like, it's mostly guys. And then, like, basically, like, I told you when we first started dating that I really wanted to be a composer when I grew up.
I remember that.
And that's something I want to do. And then I said, well, I know only guys do it, but I still want to try to do it. I want to see if I can. And then you were like, well, actually, there's a lot of girls that compose in Japan. I was like, what are you talking about? And then you're you told me that the girl who composed Castlevania, you know, the person who composed Castlevania was a girl, and that Shirley Walker was the one who actually composed
Batman
some of the
animated
themes
series.
that I loved from Batman animated series, and I was like, what?
Oh, that's sick.
I couldn't believe it was a woman composer because it doesn't sound dainty and like a...
Yes!
It doesn't sound like... Yeah, oh my gosh.
Easy S rank again. Come on, let's go for 2. Daddy wants 2. Oh. Oh well.
Oh, you almost got 2.
It's actually pretty hard to get like the double S's. I don't know if we'll be able to do that again with Dante. Maybe we will. I don't know. But I'm just, oh my gosh, this is so much fun.
Yeah, the feudal Japan thing sounds cool, but the one game that I wish that we had done, which was M-rated, is I really wanted to be a Viking versus your Japanese swordsman in that one really gory game.
Oh my gosh.
I really wanted to do that. We never ended up doing that.
Well, we were worried about alienating our audience and having like all kinds of stuff happen, and also the game... They made the game even more gory than even I can handle.
Oh my gosh.
Like, because up until then, it was going to be a paid campaign with Ubisoft. And we were both excited about it. And then, like 2 months before the game came out, like the beta part, because we were still signed up for the beta.
I just woke up from a long-ass nap.
Like, when it was just too disturbing.
You told me that you felt like you would get, because you have like stomach problems and stuff, like basically you didn't think you would even be able to handle it.
Well, I mean, it's one thing for heads to roll, but like it would take the head off.
Oh, I think I probably would act like I'm really cool, but then maybe I probably wouldn't be able to handle it either.
It was disturbing. Like you'd take the dude's head off with your spear, and then he would use the same spear with the head attached to stab the guy repeatedly, and then go after another soldier. So like,
yeah, but did the graphics not look realistic, or?
Oh, there was gushers. It was not like comedy blood. Like this is just like everywhere.
Oh.
And you know I don't.
Can you imagine having to do hand-to-hand combat back then?
Well, that's what they were trying to do. They made it very realistic. Like, for a medieval guy, if you were swinging your broadsword, it would get stuck in bone, and they would have the knight, like, kick the sword off you by, like, especially if he killed you, and your sword is still stuck while somebody was coming after you. Either he would drop the sword and use the shield to attack somebody, you know, or he would have to apply some pressure and get the sword off, or use like a short sword or the enemy's spear. Hand-to-hand combat in medieval and feudal Japan days and Viking days was not something that modern warfare could really even stand up to. I would say that warfare back in the day, in ancient times, was just incredibly gruesome.
You'd have to be much braver, I feel
and stronger.
Because, I mean...
That looks cool.
You're gonna have to endure all this pain.
Right, so anyway, we passed on that game. It didn't blow up because even though it was a very, like, M-rated, like, gory game, there were problems with the game development or whatever when it released, so it didn't have the legs that everybody thought it would have.
Well, also, I mean, YouTube's policies and stuff make it so impossible
Yeah,
to do
that was back when YouTube was going on their witch hunt for M-rated games.
Down everything. Like, that's why for a while you weren't really doing anything on this channel because you didn't want to get flagged.
Well, also, that's when we left, right around the time we left Machinima that was owned by Warner Brothers, so anything that I did that wasn't Batman Arkham, for like 2 years, it would get claimed by WB.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So any news, any reviews, any pictures. So I mean, if guys are wondering like what happened to Batman for like 2 years on this channel, anything non-Arkham video game related
Boy, wouldn't that be the day.
would get claimed. So that's why we had to open our Patreon.
Yeah.
And I still tried for a while. But then they started to do... We actually got 2 copyright strikes on the O1 channel 2 years ago.
Just seeing, like, people complaining right now about being, you know, taken out of the search engine and, you know, having their videos randomly go down and stuff. You know, getting so upset. Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
It's just... Oh, this guy looks awesome.
Is it Halloween already?
Looks like his brother.
That costume looks a little big. I thought you had better taste than that.
Okay, that's sick.
Wait, whoa, this guy is so cool looking.
He's gonna take the costume in. Taylor Dante. It's one of his many jack of all trades.
This would be cool if this was Virgil. I would be down with that. That's who I would vote as.
That's what Virgil looked like in Devil May Cry 1.
Oh, well then...
Angelo.
Well, what I was saying, like, is like seeing these people complaining about really tiny things happening, and we've had that times 1 million happen for like over 10 years on a constant basis.
Yeah, off and on.
It's like I cannot even find a channel that's been through as much stuff as us, or even a tenth as much stuff as us. That's the thing. Like we've been like bombarded for years. Anyway. I'm just shouting into the abyss about it.
Girl yells at Cloud.
Girl yells at...
Yeah. Oh! But yeah, so this year, guys, just because I'm kind of not really fed up with, but 2019 is kind of the year of really great M-rated games that aren't like too, you know, out of my wheelhouse. There's a lot of adventure games like DMC, you know.
To give you guys an idea of games Luke doesn't like, he couldn't even stomach me playing Trauma Center, so...
Yeah.
But I have to say, that game is pretty gross.
And that was back during cartoony graphics, but yeah, I have a very squeamish stomach, so even though we were both excited about, you know, that's because the beta stuff that we saw for that game, it wasn't like super gory. They edited more stuff into it. Well, they were trying to be realistic, and they just like, I don't know. When they didn't go for that T rating, they were just like, all right, everything's game now. Yeah, well, I would have loved playing it if it was a heavy T rating, yeah.
War as heck, definitely.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is an awesome fight. I'm not doing it very well though.
Yeah.
Who wants a rocket launcher?
It's like he has dragon wings on him.
This guy does. Oh, that is satisfying.
This is pretty cool boss fight.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I just like Dante's flair and like cocky attitude. It's awesome.
Well, you're gonna like him in his older games. He's kind of tamer now. Like, he wouldn't shut up back in the day because, you know, the environments didn't look anything like this. This game is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, if I still reviewed games, I'm surprised Capcom didn't approach me to review this, but maybe because the Mega Man 11 review didn't do well.
You'd be allowed to review it, I mean.
Yeah, I could, but I don't have the time. But I would say this game is easily a 9 out of 10. It's a fantastic game. The only couple things missing from it that I would really want would be the costume, like, changes for Nero, Dante.
Yeah.
And, I would want Trish and Lady playable. And, just like Devil May Cry 4, the special edition, I would want Virgil playable. Even though Virgil's story took place before Devil May Cry 3, and it was in the past, in the city of Fortuna, I believe it was called.
One thing I do like about Devil May Cry is that the ladies in this game, they got captured by evil.
Oh yeah.
You know, but they actually got saved. Good job.
Yeah, they're not really damsels in distress, though.
Well, no, but I mean, like in the Castlevania thing, they would have just died.
Oh yeah. Oh, Trish.
Wait, Trish?
Trish is inside that thing, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is sick.
Oh my gosh, Trish.
I got a motorcycle?
Okay, this was like so cool to rescue.
Whoa, looks like I took in a little too much. You okay?
I've been better.
Lens flare. Censorship.
Dante, that demon is...
Don't even think about it. Just rest. Dante! Take care of Trish for me. Dante, wait!
Easy, V.
Why does he keep leaving him behind? This is kind of mean.
I mean, he's kind of falling apart.
Yeah, but why would he leave? Why wouldn't he give him a helping hand? And how does he trust this guy with Trish? He doesn't even know him.
Known him for about 2 months.
I wouldn't trust him with...
June 15th, 1140.
How is he gonna find a clothing for Trish here?
He can conjure demons. You don't think he can conjure a cloth?
He conjured a cloth?
I don't know. Maybe he found one lying around.
Dante's left.
Maybe he sewed one?
And I don't think he can win.
What was that demon, V? Where did it come from? Urizen is not a demon. I know that for a fact because I'm from the underworld.
And Dante could beat it.
My God. What are you then?
It doesn't matter. I'm a shadow of my former self who lost everything. I will tell you the story of my birth.
Finally!
What? I don't think I want to know.
Yes, you do. I want to know.
I do want to know, but I don't. It's like ruining the mystery.
S-rank!
Oh my gosh.
Good times.
How did she know there was something off about V? Well, I mean, except for the obvious that he's...
Because, ooh, Cavalier. That's a sweet motorcycle. I get to ride motorcycles now?
Okay, after seeing the character model for Dante's mom and seeing Trish's face, yeah, they looked similar.
It looks like I got a motorcycle now.
That would be awesome, Luke.
Yes. Well, I mean,
So you're like Ghost Rider then.
He had a motorcycle in Devil May Cry 2. Kind of.
They should make a Ghost Rider game like this. They should model every.
They did make a Ghost Rider game years ago. Oh. It was kind of like Devil May Cry, except it was not very good.
No, it is good.
No. Just like the Green Lantern and the Thor games
are awesome.
very good.
I feel like this game could make like a standard for games like in this genre.
A few weeks ago.
Suffering defeat after defeat, that man's body was reaching its limit, breaking down. But he couldn't die yet. The man had a job that must be done. To defeat his twin brother.
That's Virgil.
Whoa, he looks old. Oh my gosh.
Dante.
Family portrait?
Oh my gosh. What the? Oh my gosh.
Heavy chain that does freeze my... In order to defeat his younger brother, he could only do one thing with the crumbling flesh and feelings. He needed to separate man from devil with the strength of the Yamato.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
And eventually, the man became a true devil.
Wow! They're both Virgil.
Wait, he separated himself with his...
He separated his devil half from his human half.
Wait, what?
I still say time travel would have been better, but... Interesting.
That hurt a lot? I mean...
Well, I mean, his human side is dying off, and his demon side is now Urizen.
I've tried to hold together my crumbling flesh with what little demonic power I have left, but I'm approaching my limit. In separating and regaining my human soul, I've realized the gravity of the crime I've committed. I've realized how important everything was. Everything I've thrown away in my pursuit of power.
Is that why you went to find Dante?
Yes. Foolish. I thought that maybe he could change my... maybe fix... maybe right my wrong.
Wait, how will he put himself back together again?
I don't know if he can.
What? How will they be
Was
friends
this fool
again?
before you, right?
I'm not your mommy, V.
Ooh, harsh.
You're a big boy. And you need to see this through.
Well, she has magical
Dante's
clothing?
war.
Magic powers.
Why didn't she do that before?
Maybe she liked showing off to Dante. I don't know. But it's his face of his mom, so I mean, their relationship is weird.
Complicated.
Complicated, let's go with that. Yes! Please, let me ride this thing. He looks happy.
It's a good day for Dante. It's a good day to die hard.
What?
Oh my god!
Wow!
Oh, I can tell the developers had fun designing this game.
How's that for road rash?
Pretty awesome! Oh,
Radical.
that is so cool. Alright, I know what weapon I'm using. Oh, that is
Awesome.
sick. Oh, this game just keeps making life better. Well, anyway, guys and gals, that does it. So, Virgil is two beings now. Interesting.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join us next time for Mission 12, Yamato. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us some of your crazy theories about how you thought Virgil existed. Time travel was mine. But until we meet again, God bless and heavy gaming. And reminder that we will be starting probably another Let's Play on March 22nd or March 23rd on this channel.
Ooh.
So, samurai stuff.
Well, see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
See ya.